Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a commander deck tech on your boy RRIK, son of Yawgmoth, which brings back Phyrexian mana for everything in your deck. Oh lord. Alright, so 7 mana, 3 of which is Phyrexian mana, so you may pay 2 life rather than the black mana. A horror minion 2/2 with lifelink, that's nice. For each black mana in a cost, you may pay 2 life rather than the mana. So cost implies casting cost and the cost of abilities, like activated abilities. Whenever you cast a black spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on RRIK, son of Yawgmoth. What? So this commander gives you the option to pay life instead of mana. The whole concept of Magic is that mana dictates the flow of the game or what you can do. If you just throw that resource to the side and can use your life instead, in a commander you have 40 life, you have a lot to play with. You can go turns ahead of where you should be. And that's the nature of this commander. Abuse and cheat to get your way to victory. In addition, having the lifelink and the fact that he can grow helps offset all that life loss you're going to do to yourself. This deck is all about greed and cheating, and it's beautiful. So first up is ramp. Normally I leave ramp to the end, but with the nature of the deck, how we're cutting down the cost or cheating things in, this only helps us more. Dark Ritual for 1 mana, 3 mana back? No, how about 2 life, get 3 mana. Cabal Ritual, same concept, but 1 generic and 2 life, have 3 mana, or Threshold, have 5. Or Blood Celebrant, first example of mana cost and ability. So he's a 1 mana 1/1, but you can pay 1 black, 1 life, add 1 mana to your pool. In this case, you can actually pay 3 life and get 1 mana back. Bubbling Muck, pay 2 life. Until in a turn, all our swamps produce additional mana. It gets you so far ahead where you should be. These 4 lands I'm mentioning now rather than the end because keep them in mind, just further acceleration. Because of the way the commander works, where we can replace mana symbols with life, our deck is naturally high for black devotion, so Shrine to Nyx gets us really far ahead. And because we're mono black anyway, we're pretty much all swamped with only a couple other lands, Cabal of Stronghold, Coffers, and even mixing Tome of Yawgmoth in there to jump ahead really fast in the mana department, easy wins. Alrighty, into the greedy section. These are big dumb cards which you tend to play late game, but in this deck, well, we can play a bit earlier. Villas, the Broker of Blood, an 8 mana demon, which can actually pay 5 mana and 6 life if you want to. Flying, 1 black, pay 2 life, target creature gets -1/-1. You could pay 4 life to do that, but the main part, whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. This demon on his own is a huge draw engine in this deck. Next up, Necropotence, 3 mana, or just pay 6 life and have it for nothing. Pretty much, pay 1 life, exile top card of your library, at the beginning of the next end step, put it into your hand. You can control how much you want to draw with just 1 life. Absolutely nuts. Most people will pay 6 life for this card. Bolus's Home is Big Citadel, a 6 mana artifact that lets you just play the top of your deck and just pay with life rather than the casting cost. Why not pay life to get it out quicker? Like 3 generic mana and 6 life to get this out when you want. You can start ripping through your library like nothing. How about some big cheek clappers here? Phyrexian Obliterator.
No, I like it. This is brilliant, but I like this.
8 life? I'm going to pay 8 life for the thing all day long. A 5/5 trampler that if it takes damage, they have to sacrifice permanents? Ooh, lord. Or how about the Blight Dragon? This, in this commander, is nuts. So 5 mana for a 4/4 Infector with flying. Or 4 life and 3 mana, and you can pay the 2 life for its ability to give it, pay 2 life, give it haste, pay 4 life, regenerate it. Infect is dumb, and we've got a bit more in the deck later on. Massacre Worm, keep all their creatures in check and make them lose a ton of life. For 6 life and 3 mana, that's a pretty good creature. Good old Sheldred, can't play mono black without her. Keep them sacrificing things, you keep resurrecting things for 5 mana and 4 life, I'm all about it. Reaver Demon, a board wipe on a stick, destroys all non-artifact and non-black creatures. Our whole deck is safe, hit everything else on the board pretty much. For 4 mana and 8 life, perfect example of this deck. Or how about Archfiend of Depravity? At 3 mana and 4 life, they have to keep sacrificing down to 2 creatures. Keeps token decks in check. Noxious Gearhulk, a removal on a stick that gains us life, and that's hard to block. That's exactly what this deck wants. But because we're paying all this life to do things, we need to gain it back, otherwise we just kill ourselves. So things like the Archive here, which double up our life gain and a draw, when this deck is very greedy in the draw department, which you will see later on, or Whip of Erebos, just gives the whole team lifelink, great way to stabilize. And in addition, we can get some creatures back for 1 extra turn. Aetherflux Reservoir, its storm-like nature with life gain helps out a lot, especially if we're doing a lot in a turn. And if we do get to 50 life, if we haven't spent all our life anyway, we can just shoot someone for dead. Exquisite Blood, a card that's gone up to $30 now, but whenever someone loses life, we'll gain that much life. So we can start hitting them harder and harder, gain more resources to play with. Or if we've burnt out all our own resources in life, Why not switch life totals? We can put someone down near dead, gain all their life, and use it as our own resource to win further. Polluted Bonds, whenever they play a land, they lose 2 life and gain 2 life. Playing lands is the main part of Magic. You need to keep doing it. And their resources turns into only more resources for us to play with. Or we have more one-time uses like Exsanguinate, where you can just pretty much burn someone for X damage and gain that much back. Or how about Gary the Merchant? When he enters battlefield, all our opponents lose X life equal to Devotion and we gain that much lost. Like I said at the beginning, our Devotion is naturally high. Demon's Horn, just nice, passive life gain every time we play a Black Spell. Dread Presence with Swampfall pretty much. I'm pretty much going to pick the do 2 damage to any target and gain 2 life constantly. Keep your opponent down a little bit and keep gaining life. Or let's bring some Extort to all our creatures. Pontiff of the Blight. Now Extort, it has a black-white symbol in the reminder text, but reminder text does not dictate color identity. So Extort can be in any color pretty much. But yeah, you can pay 2 life for Extort fees if you want to. Or the Twilight Prophet. If we can get Ascend on, which Commander is very easy to do, it turns into a massive siphoning card and draw engine on 1. Now support. I've gone with a few little cheap cards here because we just pay 2 life to cast them. They give us either a little bit of draw, bit of removal, bit of discard. But the main thing here is these 4 cards offer our commander some evasion. Because our commander has lifelink built in, it can grow pretty big. If we can get them through, commander damage is a real threat for your opponent and a lot of life gain for us, so more resources to play with. And things like Filth. If we can get into the graveyard, gives our entire team Swamp Walk, and we do have Tomb of Yawgmoth, which makes everything a swamp, even your opponent's lands, so we get in. Raven's Crime, a great card later on. We can just pay the 2 life instead of 1 black mana and keep ditching lands late game to keep making our opponent discard cards. We can keep the hand pretty much empty. And when you see how strong the draw engine in this deck is, it's a genuine win condition right there. I do have Gifted Aetherborn and Vampire Nighthawk here. Just great casting cost, we can pay the life all day long. Really efficient creatures with lifelink built in. I do run Liliana of the Dark Realms, mainly for the swamp tutoring to help get as many as we can out, ramp us up even further. And her removal comes in handy now and then. Alright, the Greedy Draw, Cruel Bargain, and Infernal Contract are pretty much the same card. Both 3 mana, both 4/3. You draw 4 cards, lose half your life rounded up. You can just pay 6 life and then lose the rest of your other half of your life to draw 4 cards. Mid to late game, this is perfectly fine, definitely worth it. Ancient Craving, it's 4 mana or 3 and 2 life. Draw 3, lose 3. Like, these are just big dumb draw spells. What about Greed? Move over Sylvan Library. You can pay 4 life to draw a card any point in the game. Love it. And we do run things like Phyrexian Arena for nice passive draw across the length of the game, which you can pay for 1 mana pretty much and just 4 life. The deal is too good. And we run Night's Whisperer and Sign and Blood for some quick, cheap draw. Alright, we do run a lot of tutors because we need to get exactly what we out. We're on a limited clock because we are using a lot of our own life. So things like Demonic Tutor are better options because we can just pay 2 life and 1 generic to put any card into our hand. Or things like Beseech the Queen, where we can tutor out any card, but we are limited by the number of lands we control. But for 6 life, for anything, I'm fine with that. Praetor's Grasp, it's a tutor out of your opponent's deck. I actually find it a pretty fun card to play with. It's one of my preferences. That's why I've put it in here. And for 4 life or 1 mana to steal something out of their library, I'm all about it. And I run Diabolic Tutor as a cheaper option here. I don't run Vampiric because it's a bit slow. It puts it to the top of your deck, not into your hand. In this deck where we're pretty much storming off nearly, you want everything in your hand quick as you can get it. Protection, it's a must-have because our commander is pretty nutty. People are going to try and kill him. So our 2 booties and even Darksteel Plate in this case to give us Shroud, Hexproof, and Indestructible. Probably one of your bigger targets early on to tutor up, get some protection on your commander. Removal, lots of removal when mono black is what we do. Things like Font of Agonies, it's a 1 mana enchantment, but whenever you pay life, put that many counters on it. Pay 2 mana, and remove 4 counters from it, destroy target creature. The amount of life we're paying, always plentiful counters on it, plenty of removal. Things like Defile and Tragic Slip, just pay 2 life to kill pretty much anything dead. We've got that many swamps, you'll be at least -5. Tragic Slip, you're always going to do that Morbid trigger online, it's commander, things are always dying. Hero's Downfall, it's a must-have, plus paying the whole 2 life thing, I have to keep repeating it, it's very good here. Force to Despair, one of my new favourite removals from Modern Horizon, great way for like a board wipe for this turn, kind of question mark. Black Sun, it's a great board wipe, always go back into your deck, can't go wrong. Sinkhole, Sinkhole is dirty with this commander, just pay 4 life, destroy a land. If you've ever been sinkholed early on in a commander game, it feels horrible and it's hard to come back from that. Tainted Strike isn't removal, but it removes your opponent because Infect, it's dumb. There's many opportunities where you can try and hit your opponent for more than 10 in one go, give something Tainted Strike, try and win there on the spot with Infect. Right, into mana rocks, we try and run the blowout mana if we can. So Soul Ring and Mana Vault, that really cheap early game mana is a must have to try and get our commander up super quick. Jet Medallion, it's your whole deck, will cost 1 less. We're already cheating down with life, why not make everything even cheaper? Pristine Talisman actually gives us a bit of life, so it's a must have here. Now I do have Arcane Sigma here. I know it's not out yet because it's in Throne of Eldraine, but this will become a commander staple for sure. A 2 mana rock that can produce the color you need. Great. It's like a second charcoal diamond in this deck, which is here as well. And I do run a commander sphere because it can give us black mana and us draw later on when we need it. Alright, into the lands. Very simple here. Wreck Tower because we draw so many cards. Rogue's Passage to make your commander unblockable and get through with that lifelink and commander damage. Myriad Landscape for a bit of extra ramp. And we run 28 Swamps. Very simple mana base there. Normally I don't do this, but here's some big ideas for this commander that can really push it over the edge if you want to. Things like Yawgmoth Bargain on the reserve list, expensive, but you can cheat this out very easily with your commander. Just 4 mana, 4 life, pay 1 life, draw a card. It's a better Necropotence because it just goes straight to your hand, there's no rules and conditions. Or what about Yawgmoth Will? Give pretty much everything in your graveyard flashback in mono black. It's nearly $100 now, but in this commander it pushes it over the edge. And you can mix that with things like Tendrils of Agony, and you pretty much play mono black Storm. Or why not things like Temporal Extortion? Pay 8 life all up. You can have an extra turn unless someone loses half their life. Like, it's a bit dumb, but it's fun. Or one at Doomsday, try and set up an ultimate combo on the top of your deck. So, what do you think about the Son of Yawgmoth? What a stupid commander, giving everything Phyrexian mana. What can I say? It's fun, it's abusive, it will be relevant forever. It's the only commander like this. It breaks one of the fundamental rules of Magic. Lands are meant to dictate the speed of the game. If you can just say, actually no, I don't want to play with that resource, I'm going to use my life instead, and I've got 40 of it, let's see what I can do. It's stupid, it breaks the rules of Magic. Great commander, I can see why he's number 1 right now, he's the most expensive anyway from Core Commander 2019. The big downside to this commander is once people see what it does, you're going to have a huge target on your back. I totally stole this from the Magic subreddit, by the way, which is a great place for memes right now with this commander. But this video I'm going to play at the end, you'll love it.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
Alright guys, let me know your thoughts about the commander and have a good one. See yous. Alrighty, it's that time of the video where we can do a bit of a shameless plug. So thank you for watching guys. If you enjoyed it, please sub and like. It really does help the channel's analytics out a lot. Maybe consider joining me on my other social platforms where you can talk about anything and everything Magic related. And special thank you to our patrons. They make the channel what it is. These guys are the building blocks for Mana Down Under. They support the channel in many ways. And if you'd be interested in supporting the channel, links are down below and at the end of the video. Thank you guys.